Why do you seem so scared? La 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 la.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Christine. Welcome to ParanormalTV. If you're new, welcome back if you're not. I hope that this is not a real weird angle. I feel like it kind of is because I'm kind of sitting on a pillow. Sitting on this little guy right here. So I kind of have been gone for just a tiny, like not real long, just a tiny bit of period of time, and I wasn't supposed to be gone that long. But some things happened. So I've been going to doctors, like same old, same old. If you're new here, I actually have a couple chronic illnesses that I have to keep up with, and you know, those are a little difficult to keep up with sometimes. You gotta go often. So I've been going to some doctors, and then my car was done. It had to go. So we had to say goodbye to this. And we said hello to this one. So much more improved. It's so nice. It is a Chevy Equinox. It's actually our first Chevy, and I really like it. We usually get Fords, but now we're like Chevy people, I guess. Let me know down below if you are Chevy or a Ford person. Car shopping is obnoxious. I hate it. I don't like it. There's a lot of wheeling and dealing because the price point that they wanted us to pay was like not that great. We didn't think that it was really what we should be paying, especially with good credit and with a lower rate. I had to deal a lot with these people, and if you put money down, like you got $3 off of your payment. $3, something like that. Well, we're definitely not putting money down, especially because we'll have to kind of like reach into our savings. We didn't want to do that, so yeah, we just kind of had to spend a lot of time dealing. We really wanted this car. We looked at multiple. This was like the car for us, but we finally got a decent rate, a decent payment with a warranty. So in this video, I'm going to be recapping what happened in my Gettysburg #2 vlog. It has been some time since I uploaded that, so I'm going to throw that up in the cards, and if you want a refresher on what happened, or if you're new to this channel, you can see that video and you want to know what kind of went down in that vlog, you can click on that link, because I kind of have a bit to talk to you guys about. I have it written down. I have things broken up into sections. So first we're going to talk about the Saks Covered Bridge. And I have been to the Saks Covered Bridge about 3 times before this last time. And I've never had an experience there. I never felt anything there. And I really wanted to just kind of take my time and kind of investigate there. And while we were there trying to investigate a bit, this man came, and I mean, it's a public place, people can come and go whenever they want. So a man came over and he started talking to us, and he kind of like told us his whole life story. He tried to investigate with us for a little bit, but completely got distracted. So I wasn't there as long as I would have liked, but I was there long enough to do a dowsing rod session, EVP session, spirit box session. So we're going to talk about that stuff. So I did investigate slightly before, and another time I tried to do an EVP session and a spirit box session before. Nothing happened. Like nothing really came through the spirit box, and nothing really came through EVPs or anything. I did my EMF detector. I did not get anything on that. That was the second time. So this time I had no weird feelings still. It felt fine and calm and nice. It's a pretty area, actually. It is a really pretty area. There's a little creek. It's really a nice area. There's a lot of ducks there, but this time they weren't there. They were all gone, which is kind of important for you guys to hear this. They were not in the water. They were not there. I was actually kind of looking forward to seeing these ducks, because each time we've been there, they're there and they're cool. So I had to separate myself to get a dowsing rod session started from this man and my husband, because this man kept talking and talking and talking. So I had went down the bridge, and I went down to the right of the bridge, and I was reading something, and as I was reading something, it was like a little plaque about the bridge, and as I was reading it to you guys, it sounded like a pebble had been thrown in the water. And I went over, you could see the ripples. There were no ducks and there were no birds or anything like that around that would have or could have even made a noise. Now, I asked my husband, did you guys throw something? And he said no, they were just standing there talking, they didn't even hear it. So that was kind of interesting. I don't know what it was, and I don't know what the item was being thrown in there. So I don't know who did it and what the item was thrown. My rods actually crossed off camera. It only happened a few times, and there was water nearby, and some people use dowsing rods near water, so could it have been the water? I don't know, but I really did not have much luck with the rods crossing, especially on camera. The reason why I couldn't catch it on camera is because my camera was having trouble, and I don't know if this was my husband. It was the first time he really worked my camera, so it could have been him not knowing what he was doing, or it could have been something else messing with my camera, but I don't really have a clear answer. He doesn't think it was him, but it was the first time he used my camera, so it could have been him. An EVP session, and there were no EVPs that came through, and then we did a spirit box session, which, I mean, in a way, it felt somewhat successful, but it wasn't the most successful one. I mean, there were some direct responses, but there wasn't anything that was like, oh my gosh, yes, I believe that the spirit box session was done because there was a spirit here interacting with us. It just kind of felt like a mediocre session. Like, yes, I got some direct responses I was excited about, but then other times I felt like I really was not communicating with anything. So I cut a lot of the spirit box session out because a lot of it was just quiet and nothing happening, and I didn't want to put like 5 solid minutes of nothing happening in the video and like us not really like talking, or it was just not interesting, so I cut a decent amount of it down. Alright, so I want to say about the sax covered bridge. As of right now, I can't say that it's haunted, and I know Brady 44 did a video and she caught some like walking sounds, and I can't remember what else because that was a while ago and I did watch that video. I can't say it's haunted. I haven't had enough experiences there. I want to say between Brady 44's walking and something, maybe a pebble or something being thrown into the creek or pond, whatever you want to call it, I want to say it could possibly be residual if there is anything there. But I need to have more experience there before I can really state my opinion. So the second half of the video, we had moved on to the battlefield, and this was done at night. I've been to the battlefield more times than I can count, guys. The battlefield is a must when you're visiting Gettysburg, even if you don't care about hauntings. It's beautiful, it's crazy because such a dramatic and historic and violent event took place there, but it's beautiful. It's so beautiful, so it's always a nice hike. So it's great for the history. I think it's a great spot to stop in Gettysburg, even if you're not concerned about haunted places, because overall it's just a great stop. I've caught a lot before in the past at the battlefield, like a lot. I've caught things not meaning to, just kind of filming the scenery, and I've caught things while trying to catch things. This time around, I was trying to catch something, and I didn't catch nearly as much as I have in the past. There were lots of weird lights going on in the video, and I believe that those lights were the dowsing rods. Now, they could have been something else. I don't think that they were bugs. If they were bugs, they really stayed in the frame a whole lot, and they were more glowy than usual. So usually on my camera, you can see the wings and things like that. They were super glowy, but they were similar color to my dowsing rods, and that's why I think the majority of the lights were from my dowsing rods. There were some lights that I really wasn't sure what they were because they looked like actual lights that were not from me, were not from my husband. And we went to places that we knew no one else was around, so we would look around and hope that nobody would come, and if anyone would come, we would leave and go to another place to prevent contamination. and I don't really know exactly where some of the lights were coming from, but I do feel like there's probably a natural explanation for the lights. So I think I even said that in the video. I really stressed about the lights a lot in the video because there's so many of them that I really wanted to like touch base with you guys so you guys didn't just assume that I caught paranormal evidence. They also appear to be reflective, which I would think were the dowsing rods because of the material that the dowsing rods are made from. So I had a hard time getting the rods to cross. They only crossed for me 1 or 2 times in the battlefield. They like just did not want to cross for me, but they definitely crossed more for my husband. They seemed to like him a lot more. He asked me if they liked rum at one point in the video, and they crossed so quickly. Getting back to the lights for one moment, there were these 2 lights in the distance that actually looked like eyes. It could have been an animal, which kind of freaks me out because we had no idea. So I'm like, what was behind me in that part of the video? You know what I'm saying? Like, what did I miss? Because now that freaks me out a little bit. But I don't know if it was an animal because I didn't notice it until we watched the videos. There was definitely these 2 glowing, what looked like eyes at one point in the video. So I really think it was an animal, and I think that that's really creepy because it was like behind me and I had no idea. To see people, it's easier. To see an animal like kind of down the ground, not so easy, you know what I mean? Because they're kind of like hiding through things. They don't just pop out like, hey, I'm here. You don't hear them talking, you know. You don't hear them walking all the time. Sometimes you do, but you know, a footstep from a human is going to be louder, more noticeable than a footstep from an animal. So this is filmed in the same day. I actually like changed my shirt later on because it got chillier, and I would say we got more direct responses at the battlefield than we did at Sex Covered Bridge. When we did a Spirit Box session, there were a lot more direct responses, so I thought that was interesting. So we got more camera trouble, and even sometimes when I was filming, and I know my camera, so even sometimes when I was filming, more camera trouble appeared, and I wasn't sure what was happening. At one point I thought my camera was broke, and that kind of really upset me. So there was this heavy breathing in the video, like really heavy breathing, and we did not hear it. Lincoln was the reason why we're here. Okay. Are you causing my camera difficulties? If you are, please cross it. It did not come from either one of us. We're talking, we didn't hear it. And if it was one of us, the other one would hear it and kind of probably be concerned because it was heavy. It was like, it was very deep, like very deep breaths and very rapid, as if somebody had just like ran or exerted a lot of energy, which was not what we were doing. We were walking calmly and quietly, and it wasn't hot. It was actually a little bit chilly, so it was a little odd. It was very strange, to be quite honest. And it appeared twice in the video, and the second time it appeared, it was followed by this one light that was kind of strange and faded in and out. And I don't know what to think of that light. I really don't. The last thing I want to touch on is when the rods crossed on Tennessee. We asked if they were from Tennessee, and they crossed. I thought that was really interesting. I felt like that was a good response that we got from the dowsing rods. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you haven't watched the Battlefield and Sex Covered Bridge vlog I did, it's up in the cards for you guys. And if you want to ask me any questions, make sure you do so down below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.